And now, here's the guy who never calls it San Fran. Rob Cesternino. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. I am so thrilled to be here with you tonight. And this is going to be such an incredible night, a momentous night, because I can tell you that we have broken the record for the all-time attendance at an RHAP Live Show. Thank you all for coming out. It's so special. And it's even more exciting for me to share with you some news that I would love to share. Okay? Because everybody here, we have something in common. Every single person in this room, at one point or another, fell in love with this game of Survivor. And it's so rare to be in one place and have this connection with every other single person in this room. And you know, that's my story too. 25 years ago, I found this little show called Survivor, and then Survivor found me, and my life was blessed. And everything that came from that. I met my wife, my family. I got this dream job. And then this incredible community, like Baylor and Missy, just showed up. And so that's why it's so cool for me to be here tonight in San Francisco with my tribe. To tell you about something that I've been working on for quite some time, because the guy who basically wrote the book about Survivor has finally written the book about Survivor. The tribe and I have spoken. This is a celebration of 25 years of Survivor through the eyes of the superfan, turned player, turned podcaster. It's part mythology, part history, part strategy, from Borneo to the new era. It's the intersection of the story of Survivor and the story of my life, and it's filled with beautiful art and illustrations in every single chapter. And this is my love letter to this game that we all love, to the players that won our hearts, and to all of you that keep the torch lit. And it's coming out in May. We've got a lot of cool things planned between now and then, and I'm so proud to tell you that it is available for pre-order at robhasabook.com. And it was so cool to be able to announce that here with you tonight. And let's talk some Survivor. Are you ready? All right, we've got some fun stuff tonight. We have so many survivors that are here with us to talk about everything. And I thought we got a great episode to talk about, and I can't wait to break it all down. How about, let's bring together this is even bigger than a tribe of plus people, the Survivor 47 crew. Here's Rachel, and Asia, and Caroline, and Sierra, and Annika, and Andy, and Sam. And something else that we're going to do tonight is that we've got some of our podcasters here tonight, and so podcasters are going to be helping me out, and who better than Asia to help us out here with the Survivor 47 crew. How's everybody doing? By the way, can we congratulate Caroline, who just got engaged?
Thank you so much.
All right. What a night for us, because no mergatory! We won! We won! No mergatory! Thank you! Thank you, Uncle Jeff! We did it!
I am so happy. I am so happy that mergatory is dead. It never made any sense. It made no sense at all. They're all together. If you have 3 entities and they become one, what would you call that? It's a merge. So the fact that we skipped to that has made me very, very, very happy. Very happy.
And we have to say thank you, Jake, for getting bit by the snake, which made this all happen. Yes. Okay. Asia, what's your reaction to tonight's show?
You know, it's really interesting what this edit is doing, because it didn't really show us OG Hina like getting the forces together, right?
Yes.
It was all from the narrative of Jawan and Sage turning on OG Uli. And so, you know, it was kind of a given that one of them are going home. There was no suspense.
Well,
they can't let us know which Uli's going home, so, you know, you got to assume Hina was getting on the same page. They decided to go for Nate, so they had to leave us a little bit of breadcrumbs.
No.
okay. Now, I don't want to open up any wounds with the Survivor 47 cast, okay? But
We could take it.
Andy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
right.
We saw some double agents tonight at the merge. Jawan and Sage were, hey, I'm with these people, but I'm pretending I'm not with these people. Like, was this at all like what happened with you all?
I really want to get Sam's take on this as well, but
and Sierra.
And Sierra. Oh wait. So you mean like? Okay. Here's what I want to say. This is it's a different time of the game for sure. But what struck me at the beginning of the episode when Sage and Jawan and Steven were together, they had that whole night and they were like planning their next move, and they were saying things like, you know, do we have our story straight? We're thinking of every little move. Different period of the game, but I kind of got chills because it did remind me a little bit of the Sanctuary on night, what was that, 22, 21? I got those vibes. I don't know if you felt the same way.
I mean, I wasn't thinking that, Sam. What about you? It didn't. I mean, it doesn't mean it did, like.
No, yeah, I would agree with Andy, actually. Every kind of good Survivor hoax and ruse, you have to kind of build a world for the people that you are fooling. And so that looked to be what Steven and Sage and Jawan were doing. They were just doing it at a different phase of the game to, I guess, create this false sense of security for the former Uli people. And I think it was actually a good move for all 3 of them to be perceptive enough to realize they were on the bottom of Uli. Whether they were, I'm not sure Jawan knew just how far on the bottom of Uli he was based on what Savannah has been saying about him going next. But you kind of make those bonds with these people at your swap tribe. You develop trust with them. You have relationships with them. So I don't blame any of them for wanting to keep all 3 of them in the game.
Yes, Caroline?
I just have to say, I loved the way that this episode played out, and I'm so shocked at how well Sage and Jawan were able to pull it off, because I'll be honest, at the beginning of the episode, when the merge happens, and they're like, we don't even want to see these people, oh my God, and they're like, I can't tell you the last time there's been a merge and not everyone's like hugging, celebrating, cheering. They're like, when do we have to say hi to these people? But they still pulled off the lie and the story so incredibly well. So, like, I have to give them props. I doubted them for a little bit, but they pulled through. So, like, seriously, props to them. They killed it.
Rachel, were there signs that they should have looked for that maybe Jawan and Sage were not really on board with the plan?
Yeah, I think it's always tricky when you come back together, especially at a merge like with Andy. We sort of were apart for a little bit, and then we were like, yeah, we're together, right? We're together, Andy, we got you, right? And he was just nodding along, and I think sometimes if it's too easy, if there's no pushback at all, maybe there's something wrong. Because I think that if they're so quick and they're not suggesting anything else, I don't know. I think that you can kind of tell when there's natural skepticism, which everybody has out there, and when it's too agreeable, it might be hair up on the back of your neck, I think.
I will actually, I have a vivid memory of Andy pulling Genevieve into the water, and this was like the day I went home. I'm walking down to the beach and I'm like, this little shit. I know he's planning something against me. And I'm like, Andy, hey, we're good, right? And then Genevieve, quietly with her, stoic, I don't know. She just had that. And I'm like, God, this girl, she knows something that I don't know. She walks away politely. Then it's me and Andy. I'm like, Andy, we're good, right? And he's like, oh my God, yeah. No hesitation. So agree with Rachel. When there's no hesitation at all, something's wrong.
Well, on Gata, I would say to her a lot, hey, you're my island sister.
You're my island sister, right? I love you so much.
And then
my mom's gonna love you. My sister's gonna love you.
That moment, she's like, yeah, Andy, am I still your island sister? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, he was full of shit at that time, but
You were Sierra's island sister?
pretty much.
Allegedly. I want to say, just to kind of give some grace to the Uli members here, you don't know what you don't know. And so when you get to this point in the game, I think Nate said it really well. You don't know who your allies are until they've written it down. And unfortunately for him, by the time they had written a name down, he was gone. And so, Soph said it at one point, sorry, I'm trying to work.
Soph.
Not doing the blue Sophie, yellow Sophie thing. No, Soph said it at one point, hey, Alex and I split up, and I made these great connections that I really value, and I don't know if the same thing is true for him. And I think, maybe those are questions that Uli is asking themselves about Juwan and Sage and wondering, I don't know, did they bond with Steven? Are we getting the full story? But you just don't know, and I think that's probably why you see idols come out and people try to play it safe and make sure they make it through this round so they know where that line in the sand is.
I think a lot of that has to do with how much they're underestimating Juwan and Sage, though, because they're not seeing them as these big game players. So the fact that they were able to pull this off, because they even on the original Uli, they were thinking, okay, if we go to tribal, they're going next. So I wonder how the game's gonna progress at this point, now knowing that Sage and Juwan are playing.
How about Nate as being the target that they ended up going for? That there were a lot of discussions of Savannah and, we can blindside Rizzo with the idol, but they ultimately go with Nate.
I think they should have gone for Savannah or Rizzo.
Yes? Annika?
I'm with Sam. I was a little shocked that they went with Nate a little bit. I mean, based on the edit too, we weren't really seeing Nate as a huge target at this point.
How was Nate's reaction?
He could have been a little more bitter, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was very even keel.
Yeah, I think the question that I was asking myself was, who is perceived to be the leader of original Uli? We heard Nate described as the original leader of Uli a few episodes ago. I think we're sort of being told that it's Savannah or shown that it's Savannah. And so you kind of have to ask yourself, which version, which group comes back to camp more fractured, and that's the group that you would want to see back.
I guess the counterpoint is that this is a real merge vote, an actual merge vote. The numbers are going to be paramount, right? So Nate, in this sense, was the Edgardo. So it was an Edgardo vote, as safe as possible, because the idols at play. All you have to do if you're on that side is win the night, and then you have super control over the numbers. With that being said, I think it was a very interesting decision. I don't think either one was necessarily wrong, because it's just riskier. It's riskier if you want to load it up on Rizzo, knowing he has the idol, or Savannah, because they're more of a tight duo. But yeah,
I would have liked to see the idol be used by Hina to get out the target they want on Uli. If you know where the votes are going, you can theoretically put all your votes on Rizzo or all your votes on Savannah. And if Rizzo plays his idol correctly, then you just stand up and save Steven, and then you can vote out the other one on a revote. So that could have been a way to get out your target and not settle, unless Nate
So you're saying for MC to hold the idol and
hold
then
it, and if Rizzo plays it, you play it for Steven.
So good.
So I completely agree
is
with
good,
Sam.
Yeah.
I think what Sam just described is like the true A+ way to go about things.
Right.
100%. Like it would have been such a great move. What's so challenging to actually pitch that is if it's not MC's idea, you are going to MC and saying, hey MC, I already know about this idol that you found. It's already out in the open, and now I'm going to tell you how to play your idol. I feel like if it's not MC's idea, and if you're not trying to kind of persuade MC into thinking it's her idea, I would be pretty offended if I was in MC's position. And to have that come from either Jawan or Sage, I can't remember. Has she even been like on a tribe with them? Does she have any established relationship? So it's tough because that is objectively, I think, the A+ decision. But I don't blame them for not doing it, because it would have been so insane to execute and do so in a way where you're within like an hour of going to tribal when you figure this out.
So yeah, I like that she played it because
Yes.
the toothpaste was out of the tube on that, but like there could have been maybe a way to use it more strategically. All right, Survivor 47, you're so good, you're so great at talking about strategy. Yes, Asia?
I just wanted to point out how Caroline and I here are severely outnumbered by Gata. Like, what is that? Why is the entire Gata tribe
Voted the #1 hang
The
in
entire
terms of
Gata
New Era
tribe.
tribes by the listeners.
John Lovett.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? Okay. I just want to say you did great. If maybe to all of our future panelists, if anybody does good enough tonight, I might bring you back on another panel.
How many spots are open?
Oh, I'm sorry?
How many spots are
You're telling me
open?
there's two spots on a
We
future
have open
panel.
spots on some of the panels. I'm just saying, okay? All right. Thank you all so much, and appreciate it. Okay. All right. All right. Let's do something different here for our next person that's coming out. How about instead of a panel, I bring you somebody who is an icon of Survivor. Somebody who I would say is a legend of Survivor. And somebody who I would say is a 2-time winner of Survivor. Please welcome, Parvati Shallow is here. Yes. How are you? Here, sit.
Well, I guess I've been a good enough podcast guest to get the invite back.
Yes. How are you?
Lucky me.
Yeah. This is so fun that you're here.
I'm delighted. There's so many people here. This is a huge turnout.
It's a great turnout, record-setting turnout, but I told you, I think it was because you said you were going to be here.
I think it's because you announced that you've written a book.
They didn't know about that. That was a surprise.
They sensed it.
They
These
sensed
Survivor
it.
fans.
They sensed it.
These Vivers.
Yes. Okay.
We're starting, that's a new thing. We're starting it.
Vivers?
Vivers.
I like it.
Kara, my friend, invented it.
Yeah.
She's out there somewhere.
All right.
Kara, take a bow.
Shout out to Parvati's friend Kara. All right. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on, you're here with us. There's these New Era contestants that are around. Like, what's your take on all of these New Era contestants?
Oh, I think they're sweet.
Yeah.
Look, we're salty dogs, you and I.
Mm-hmm.
We're old, weathered, beaten down,
We've seen it all.
toothless, vivers.
Yeah.
And they're just little cotton candy cutie pies.
Yeah. Now, as far as this all went tonight, do you have any things that you saw that you wanted to talk about
From the show?
from the show?
I didn't watch it.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So let me
But
tell
I
you.
will say what I really enjoyed was meeting
Yes.
all of the fans that came up and met me outside, and we
Yes,
signed
well, you
books
were
and took photos.
signing your book here.
Yeah, that was great. And somebody told me that he got a job from reading my book.
How did somebody get a job from reading your book?
Yeah, he said it was an interview. I hope it's okay that I tell your story. Consent?
Sign an NDA?
Okay. He said it was an interview question that somebody asked him, what book are you reading right now? And he's like, I should tell you. Something like a tech book, but I'm reading Parvati Shallow from Survivor's Memoir, and it's teaching me about authenticity and telling the truth, and here I am sharing my truth with you, and they hired him from that.
Wow.
So buy my book and you could get a job.
Yeah. So, of course, your book, Nice Girls Don't Win. We have seen in this season of Survivor that maybe we're seeing some players play a little bit more, not necessarily a nice game. We're seeing Savannah as somebody who has been, maybe people talk about her as like, okay, maybe she could be a new Parvati. Do you think that the game is evolving in a way to make that a little bit more acceptable?
I hope so. It's really fun to watch people be villains on reality TV competitions.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of the great things about these games is you don't have to be good and you don't have to be nice. You can play a game because the rules of the game are lie, deceive, betray, manipulate. You can play by those rules.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you're a bad person if you do that. And it's fun to watch. So I really hope that they take that and run with it.
Yeah. This was the merge tonight.
I saw that.
And it was very, tight merge vote. A guy named Nate got voted out.
Poor Nate.
Was that not like in Cook Islands also?
Oh my God. Oh,
It's come full
triggering.
circle.
PTSD. Wait, someone also reminded me tonight out there when Sandra and Becky did the fire making challenge in
Yes.
Cook Islands, and it went on so long that they had to give them a box of matches. And Nate farted in the jury, like behind us, and it was just like everyone just melted onto the floor laughing.
Yes, but because Sage farted tonight?
Nate, did someone else fart tonight?
Yes. Yes, there was another, and there was another Survivor fart. But they showed this one.
Wow, okay, it is history repeating itself.
It's all come around. Now, somebody reminded you of that tonight?
Someone out here.
Somebody's like, hey, remember that that thing?
I actually really enjoyed that anecdote so much.
Yeah. Okay, so for the players who are coming into the merge, of course, you've been a part of some incredible merge votes in Survivor history, like in Heroes versus Villains, of course, maybe the most famous vote in the history of the show.
2 idols,
2 idols.
2 wins.
Yeah. Two wins.
Two wins.
It's incredible.
But were we talking about merch?
Yeah. And the players coming into this merge, where it is, you don't know where people are, or their allegiances are. I mean, how do you figure out which end is up when it's tight like this at the merge?
Well, I knew very clearly where people stood in Heroes Villains. They wouldn't speak to me. Mm-hmm. So it was pretty obvious.
What about an Australian Survivor?
But Australian Survivor
Yeah.
was really messy. And the Australians were coming up to me. They were acting like they wanted to play with me. But at a merge, you don't really know because you haven't had time to bond with people. And one of the ways that I'm able to read people and know if they're lying or not is because we've had some time together. I know what your body language is. I know what
Right.
you look like when we're having just a regular conversation. And then when you're lying to me, I can feel it because there's a shift. But if it's a new person
Yeah.
that I haven't met before and it's a scramble and it's dumping rain, which I think it was at the merge in Australia, and we're like, Shawnee and I were sitting under the shelter and we were like, we're not gonna go out there. And then the people just came to us, which was kind of fabulous. So you just, if you can kind of hunker down and hold steady, the scramble will occur around you, and a lot of people have paranoia and they want to like make their decisions fast and have so many conversations as fast as they can, and they scramble and you like watch this go down. But the vote, it's gonna change a bunch of times. And in a scramble, it's like everyone's name was thrown out at the merge for Australian Survivor. And I think that happens now in the new era because people want to play. And so it's sort of like popcorn, and the longer you can wait and hold steady and don't freak out, the last name is usually going to be it.
So at the tribal council, Rizzo took out his idol and was like, hey, I might play it, I might not. We'll have to see what's going to happen. And
love that move. Love that move.
Yes, well, I was going to ask you, as somebody who is like now very known for bluffing with these advantages, what's the key to knowing if somebody is bluffing or not with one of those?
Well, if it's in a sock, it's probably not an idol.
So one, we need to see it. Take it out.
Take it out, put it around your neck.
If they're not showing it, if it's sort of like,
that's
sleight of hand, that's a lie.
If somebody has something, they're going to show it. They're going to be proud about it. They're going to flash it around. So don't be fooled by someone wearing a shoe around their neck.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. Now, you had your paper that had the message on it, which you could show the paper, but you didn't let anybody read it.
Nobody asked to read it.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad they didn't ask to read it because I was like, I forgot the rule. So I'm like reading it and I'm like feeling so good and cocky and I'm like, I'm gonna steal her idol. And then the next line is like, this has to be played before Jonathan says to go vote. And I was like, oh, I'm just not gonna read that part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank God. So always ask to read the paper.
Well, what I thought was really amazing was that then he asked you to repeat it, right?
Yeah.
And you did.
I reminded him about that because he came to my finale party. He just popped up. I was so surprised to see him. But he's really supportive. He's a sweet guy. So he popped up at my party and I was like, do you remember asking me to read that line again? And he's like, oh, I would never. I said, you did it. You did. I remember. And he's like, I'm a Par fan. I wouldn't have. So he was like really surprised that he did that. But yeah, he was like, hey, what was that last line? And I was like, I'm so glad you asked, Jonathan. And then I just read the same line.
When Rizzo says, oh, I might play it, I might not, do you feel like, is that also if somebody's saying like, maybe I will, maybe I won't, that's typically, they're not going to play it?
You don't know. I think it's a great move to create more uncertainty. When there's more uncertainty, there's more possibility, and there's more possibility for someone doing something stupid. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a good play to say, hey, maybe I'm going to do this, maybe I'm not. Because if you say I'm 100% going to play it, it takes away some of the question mark.
Yeah. What's next for you?
I'm probably going to settle down. Move
No,
to the woods,
no.
have a few more kids.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Might not.
I think you're like Rizzo with the idol. I don't know. Is this a bluff?
I might be pregnant right now. Might not.
Mazel tov. Yeah.
No, I'm working on a show that we sold.
Can you tell us anything about the
I
show?
can't say anything about it, but it's really fun. It's a new reality format, and that's all I can say. But it's going to be super fun.
Somebody's very excited.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, you should apply when the casting is out and about. I mean, I don't really, like, I'm kind of in a little bit of a blank space right now.
Yeah. Do
I'm
you
meant
like
to be
that?
working on another book, really, honestly. I have an idea for another book, but I haven't just sat my butt down. It's hard to write a book.
Yes.
How'd you do it?
Listen, you find time to do it.
You have kids. You've got a podcast. Mm-hmm. You got so much going on.
Yeah. Luckily, listen, my wife,
Nicole.
Yes.
Say her by her name.
Yes. She's very supportive of everything that I do, and we make it all work.
Yeah. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
Yes. Anything else?
Write that down.
Anything else on your mind?
This has just been really fun. I really don't have anything else to say.
I'm so happy you're here. It's so great to see you. This was amazing that you were here.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, and for everybody who's here, is it too late to get the book?
It's never too late to get the book. And it's a great gift for Thanksgiving.
Listen, I remember some of the best Thanksgiving gifts I've gotten were all books.
Black Friday.
Black Friday, sure? Oh, sure.
Right?
Yes.
Now's the time.
Black Widow Friday, but you
Black
retired
Widow
it.
Friday?
Yeah. You could still market with it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that. Thank you.
You're
Put
welcome.
it in your basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Give it up for our great two-time winner. Maybe one day two-time author.
Maybe two-time author, yeah.
Yes. Right now, it's like 1.5 books, right?
1.5 books.
Yeah. Parvati Shallow, everybody. Thank you.
Who's next?
Yeah, who is next? Okay. All right, we've got another incredible panel. Thank you. Here we go. We've got Matt Blankenship and Franny and Zach and Helen and Austin, Sarah, and give it up for Mike Bloom.
No, that's you.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let me say hello first to Mike. Mike, we're so happy you're here.
I'm thrilled to be here. I think I speak on behalf of all of us when I say, how the hell do we follow that? Yeah. But I think we're going to try our best.
Yes. Okay. Well, Mike, I hope that you can help me out with our incredible panel here tonight to talk about everything that's going on. Okay. Let me. What's the big reaction from this group?
I mean, can I give props to Nate for a second?
Props to Nate. Yes.
Nate, yes.
Because I gotta say, if I made Black Panther, I would absolutely, as I'm getting voted out, when people are hugging me, be like, yeah, I made Black Panther.
I thought you said you were going to throw up like a full Wakanda Forever on the way out, which would have been like a...
It's like, I hope you feel stupid.
Yeah. And the fact that he didn't, I think, really speaks to his
I could have made your careers.
I think he's saving that for a post-credit scene.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to bring up the fact that, like, there's a lot of strategy to talk about, but, like, we did see a woman flat out dive bomb to try to grab a set of keys from somebody else.
Yeah.
I need to get people's reactions to this, because I feel like Colby Donaldson woke up in a sweat upon just, like, feeling like he has to watch Treasure Island somewhere upon just having a sense memory from this experience.
Yeah. So this was a great night for anybody who loves keys. It was very fun.
Okay, the crazy thing is 2 seconds after diving down and trying to rip it out of MC's hand, she's like, wait, we should be allies. Wait, I wanted to work with you this whole time. Like, I didn't want this. I didn't want this advantage.
It was a very funny edit that then they just like Savannah was talking and the editors just like went like Peanuts parents like wah 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 wah. Yeah, but that was I thought very interesting from Savannah, who's playing very hard, and we love to see it.
Yeah, you know what I love is she's not afraid to make it kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm. She leans into it.
Yeah.
I like that. You gotta be willing to lean into the awkward, and it's like, it's no secret that she's playing hard. So now is not the time to be like, oh sorry, I'll let you work on your keys there. Like, no, stand there, hover.
Yeah,
She did it.
look, use those eyes that Sage pointed out, and I'm glad someone did because we've all been thinking it, but like it's intense.
Yeah, I mean, after diving down, I feel like Savannah did the best thing she could have done to try and rebuild that bridge. And I think both players, major props for both them clocking what each other were trying to do, but at the same time, not doing it in a way that, like, pisses off the other person. Because there's still a little bit of doubt, like, I think that's what they did, but, like, maybe they are trying to work with me, I felt.
No, yeah, Savannah reminded me of the person at, like, the end of the party who's, like, still there. And she's like, this was great. And MC the whole time is like, I'm really tired.
MC's like putting the dishes in the dishwasher. Savannah's like, can I help with that? Yeah. You need help?
What about MC that here comes Savannah who finds her like digging for something, and then Savannah's like, what are you doing? Like, oh, can I help? Let me help you. And then just like stood over her. Should MC have tried to like throw out a fake story?
One of my favorite scenes from my season 45 was when Drew, when we were looking for the idol, gets caught by Dee and Julie, and he just stands up and he looks around so awkward and he panics and he's like, Sifu, he was looking for the idol and he was looking here, so I thought it was here, and it didn't work. So I think how they played it went well because it just could have been way, way, way worse otherwise.
Yeah, I respect the fully owning the situation on both parts. This is kind of what you were saying earlier, but both people understand what's going on right now, and you're just owning it. As someone who got caught finding a key, and then Danny came up to me immediately and was like, "Hey man, I saw you find the key. What are you doing? What's in the cage?" And I was like, I lied to him. And then immediately realized I was dumb, and so walked it right back and said, "Hey, 10 seconds ago when I said I didn't find anything, I was lying to you, and I'm so sorry." And it did not play well. So props to everyone who's just keeping it pretty cool.
So I think another thing, Jam on our season would just always say, you'd see him walking and he'd just drop and start digging. And it was so if you're always looking, are you ever looking? I think it's a kind of good approach. It would be he'd be walking anywhere, and he's like, well, you got to give him something. So he'd just drop and dig.
You got to give who something?
What?
The people.
The people.
Were you playing with a dog? What is this?
Well, and listen, if you asked Carson, he would say, I think Helen found it.
Oh.
Exactly. I think if you're trying to lie, even if you're just crossing your arms and, trying to keep warm on the island, you're going to come off suspicious. So I think everyone leaned into it. They did the right thing. They kept it real. Yeah.
I do want to point out the fact that this show did receive an unprecedented, life-threatening snakebite and has made the choice decision to return to said beach upon further engagements, including saying, hey, congratulations, you're all living in squalor with venom around the corner. I'm obsessed with it. Jawan is the horror movie freak, but I truly think Jeff Probst is at the end of the day. I don't know, did any of you have any of these sort of encounters with the flora and fauna out there? Would you be able to sleep in a merge beast where someone got bit by a snake?
I think we see them. Those, it's the ones that swim, right? That are the bad ones. They're kind of everywhere.
They're kind of everywhere.
Right?
Yeah. We saw one on day 0 as we were marooning to the beach. 10 seconds in, we didn't even film getting onto the boat. There was a snake there. We're like, oh my gosh, this is real.
I'm not going to lie, I did not look at that guide very closely. So I really was like, this is fine. No worries.
I remember I didn't look at the guide very closely. I found some berries that looked okay. And I kind of held them to my mouth to the camera crew, and I was like, I'm going to eat these. This is your chance to let me know if
that's the equivalent of the person getting up to play the idol to be like, let me look at everybody's faces. I'm just waiting to do it.
And I
Can you validate this? Yeah.
And it was fine.
Yeah. I'm so happy that
covered
you
it as well as the
made it.
show did. Hey, moving on from this very morose subject.
Listen.
You got to give the people something, right?
Listen, Jackson hadn't been pulled yet, so we hadn't totally bombed the first episode. They were fine with me getting medevaced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matt?
Rob, I have a question for you.
Yes.
2 of the people on this stage are dating. Can you figure out who those 2 people might be?
Can everybody hold hands? Let's see. Two people are dating. This is all.
We looped in.
only makes sense for the people that are in the room also. I'm going to say Zach and Austin.
Oh! How do you know?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. As of 2 days ago, that's true. It's amazing.
Wow, congratulations. Okay, anything else for this amazing panel?
Yeah, I just thought that Sophie having the balls to be like, yeah, her name's Soph, was insane.
If I were Soph, I don't even care the million at that point. It's like my sole mission in this game is to become Sophie again.
Close enough. Welcome back, Tarzan. You know, like I didn't know he'd reemerge. I miss the colorized Sophies though. Yeah. Blue Sophie sounds like a euphemism for LSD from like 1968.
Yeah. Watch out for the blue Sophie at the party tonight. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you later on tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Yes. All right. Who else is here? Oh, look who it is. It's Say and Dwight and Brandon Donlin and Gabler. Yes.
Awesome. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. And Chappelle.
Oh. Thank you, San Francisco. So awesome to be here.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
All right, everybody, welcome to the fun panel.
We're the crazy crew. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. Look at this fit, Gabler.
It's a denim suit. What else would you expect?
Yes. Okay. And Chappelle, how about you?
I caught him trying to match Gabler. He's the black one on the yellow. You see it. You see it. You see it.
Pretty good.
Get into it.
Back to back.
Get into it. He gets it. That guy gets it. I see why he won. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Let me move in. Brandon, how are you feeling about everything tonight?
I feel so good. I hope you all enjoyed the commercial breaks when we were doing the games. That was a lot of I ran so much. I didn't run like that on the program. I was running in and out of these aisles.
Yeah, if you're watching the podcast version of this, when you come out to the live show, that we try to do a lot of stuff during the commercials, and Chappelle MCs all of this.
Do I have to stand up again?
Fantastic.
Brandon cooks up a bunch of games that people are playing during the live show, so we've been having a lot of fun all night long. Let's talk about what's going on. Say, first of all, I'm so thrilled that you're here. Wow, double fisting. No one's ever done that before.
What do you want me to say?
Yeah. Say, so yeah, I was wondering if we saw tonight with MC and Savannah, and I felt like that seemed like a little bit of the dynamic that you and Mary had in season 48.
I mean, yes. They are so interesting, but nothing is going to top me and Mary's dynamic. However, I do like what I see. MC, if you're out there, I love it. And also the other girl, oh my God, what was her name?
Savannah.
Savannah. Oh my God, Savannah, you two, both amazing. Great work. Keep it up. It keeps it interesting.
Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome
so,
say.
I thought it was very interesting tonight that, I had seen interviews where Jeff talked about how, hey, the season started off, it was a little sluggish because it was so hot, he said, and then we mentioned that, hey, there are spots still available. There were still spots available? There's spots still available for season 50. And I kind of thought that they just sort of like said that in passing. I really was very surprised that they just, flat out told them, like, hey, don't you guys want to be on Survivor 50?
That would be really incredible to hear that right at the start of a challenge. It's already so many things you're motivated for: survival, food, and then another whole adventure. I didn't know they were going to do that tonight.
I mean, he did mention it he mentioned before, like the type of players he invites back. He kind of dangled that in front of us repeatedly while we're playing as well. He says that out there. Yeah. So, like, I think this is the first time they're publicizing that he's really mentioning, yeah, we'll bring you back on 50 if you play a certain way. If you play hard the whole time and we really like you. So he does mention this on Island when you're playing.
Yeah. Chappelle, but isn't it wild that, you know, you're on Survivor and it's like, hey, don't you want to be back on Survivor?
Yeah.
He had to do something. We saw last season. He had to. Jeff said, okay, rent's due. People are dying. Do you want to come back? Then don't embarrass me. You know, so I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. If I was on Survivor, I too would be playing to get back on Survivor. He used to say that. Remember, like, you should play like it's going to be your last time, but then also like, please call me. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. So no, I don't have a huge issue with it.
It would be weird though to be deep into Survivor in the moment there where you haven't brushed your teeth in 2 weeks. You know,
Yeah.
you got furry teeth and sleeping outside and all the things, and you're like, yeah, I want to do this again when I get out. Yeah. I think I think we would be excited. I was excited when I heard it, but I don't know if I would be as excited on the beach. I'd be like, oh my God, I just got to get to tomorrow.
Because I feel like you want to be on Survivor, and it's like, yeah, I'd love to come back and play Survivor, but it's also like, I'd love to like do like 2 more weeks of this, and then like very soon thereafter, like do this again.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's the dream.
If you do poorly on Survivor, you should be relegated to whatever the dumb like Candy Crush that they have on. Like you should get a direct ticket to like, we have this summit for you because you embarrassed us on this show. So
They're
good
going to
luck.
make you climb a mountain. Brandon,
Go to
how would you
North
have done
Bay.
on the summit?
What's that?
How would you have done on the summit?
People would have loved me. On the
I would have
summit.
loved you.
I would have been such a joy on the summit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Dwight, what did you think about the vote tonight?
I thought it was a really interesting vote, especially, I think we talked about it before.
Was it?
Yeah. Okay, oh, let's talk, please.
I thought it was predictable.
Predictable,
sadly.
but interesting in how it formed. Because this season, having all the tribe swaps, when you hit that merge stage, it's so many relationships that are going to be shown. Their cards are going to be shown for the first time at this vote. And from our perspective, yeah, it's pretty predictable. But for the people who got blindsided, they've been on 3 separate tribes. They don't know what to expect, and the lines are drawn in the sand for the first time for them. So from the game player's perspective, I thought it was really interesting. From our perspective, editors could have done more to, obfuscate what was going to happen. But from the players, they've had 3 different tribes they've been on. I think it's interesting for them.
Watch your tone. It's getting a little, yeah. Take that bass out your voice a little bit. Why is he talking to you like that?
Right.
It's crazy.
I'll just say
He thought he ate.
that I knew who was getting voted out before they even said who was going to get voted out.
See, it caught me by surprise. I thought the way the edit looked, it was going to be.
We need more women on this panel, clearly.
It caught me by surprise on that one.
Sorry.
Something else Say and I talked about backstage was she was saying like, had like, I don't know, Sophie going home this episode, it probably would have made sense. The yellow Sophie. It would have made sense because we haven't seen
Yellow
her.
Chappelle.
Right, exactly. But it would have made sense because we didn't see her, right? All season, she's been getting purple.
Right.
Why?
Be my girl Sophie.
Bring her back. Let her get some airtime. She won immunity and everything. We barely know anything about her. What's up with that?
I agree.
See?
She's carrying it. I was like, oh, she won and we barely got to see her. Free my girl Sophie, and if you're
Free her.
watching this,
Release the Sophie cut. We need that. We need to see that.
Brandon, did you have any other observations about the episode tonight?
I have one, and it's like a hot take, maybe a spicy take. And I love that Sage found that advantage. But Jeff's verbiage is like, Sage earned the right to not be in the challenge. But like, it was a key that anybody could find, right? It's, I don't know how many like keys Sage pulled compared to everybody else, but like when Ethan is running with those coconuts, like, and you have to compile, 50, like that person earned the thing. But like, I think that, and we love Sage. I think it's like, Jeff needs to know the difference between like earning and like luck, I think. And maybe that's like something that's like missing. I don't know.
Brandon said, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Gabler, who are you seeing that is going to be the under the radar person now in the post merge?
Wow, I was going to say it was Nate because I thought Nate was starting to do a pretty good job, but because he wasn't blowing out in challenges, he was pretty consistent. But
how'd that work out for Nate? I don't know.
So who's under the radar right now? It's basically, so you think about all the people that are making the moves and all the names that are flying around and whose name is not in there.
Yeah.
Right?
So who is it?
Well, I would say Alex is too high profile right now. I think Alex, I think if I'm on the beach with Alex, I'm going to know Alex is good. I think Juwan, Juwan's
Come on,
kind of
give it up
playing
for Juwan.
under the radar right now.
Okay.
Because
Love Juwan.
I think, I did say Nate before, but I think Juwan really is doing that because he's under the radar. People are also, I think they don't realize how hard he's playing right now. And how fun for me as a Survivor fan, because after all, that's the first thing I am before I was a player. I got to sit next to Juwan during this episode, which was so cool, man. It was so cool. Cheers, Juwan, wherever you are, man.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
All right.
Juwan's cousin. Juwan's cousin.
Shout out Juwan's cousin. All right.
Cousin. Mike, come on, chill.
Anything else from the fun panel?
No, this was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
This was fun.
Yeah. All right.
Say was very nervous. Yo,
Yes.
Say was
Say, do you
nervous.
want the last word?
Very nervous, but I had a lot of fun with this all-male panel, except for me.
But like, I'm your favorite. Say it. You have to say I'm your favorite.
You're my favorite.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Awesome. Let's have some fun tonight.
Okay.
Thank you, bro.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm good to meet you.
Yeah, great
It's
to see
really
you
fun.
too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. That's the fun panel. Okay. Let's bring out our next panel. Who's look, here's Nasir. How are you? Claire is here. Joe, Kevin, and Taryn is here.
Oh, no.
All right. Yeah, here, okay.
No worries.
All right, first off, how's everybody doing?
I'm so excited, Rob.
Yes. Why are you so excited, Taryn?
Because we had a good episode.
Yes.
It was good. It was fun. I mean, sorry to Nate, but it was fun.
Yeah, this was a fun merge episode, and I really felt like that this was a throwback because I feel like that a lot of times, we get into the mergatory and it's not a big swing, and we sort of just like vote out somebody who's just like either getting on everybody's nerves or wasn't really fitting in. This was like an old school throwback to it's the merge, two sides, go for somebody who's a big threat in the game. So I thought there was a lot to be excited about, Kevin.
I agree. I mean, I also never met Nate before, but I do want to talk to him eventually because he talks.
Want to be in movies?
Basically, like I am ready for the next movie. But I feel like when he said he got blindsided at the exit or interview or anything, I remember when I was getting blindsided as well. The producers were so eager to interview, and so they would be like, "How are you feeling?" And I was like, "I feel so good. This is gonna be the move." And they're like, "Really? How good do you feel?" And I was like, "Really good." And then they're just like, "Okay." And I'm just like, "Is it me? like is this the?" So I'm just like Nate when he said he got blindsided. I'm like, "Oh man, he probably felt that it was the right move that he had Juwan and Sage, and yeah, it just didn't work out for him."
Yeah. Joe, what did you think about Nate?
Well, I always got to give love to the dads. So,
Yeah?
Straight up. Well, first, just shout out to all of 49, Juwan, Sage, everyone who came, because it's just, you're putting yourself out there, you're super vulnerable, and I think sometimes we forget that they're seeing it for the first time, but they're choosing to experience all of it with us, and just a big shout out to them for being vulnerable enough to do that. So, mad respect. But what I think about Nate is when a lot of people talk about what he did as a profession, his career, but think about what that takes, right? So his ability to understand an audience, his ability to be creative and be a leader. And I think that what was really going on behind the scenes is they recognized the fact that this person has the ability to go the distance because he knows how to work relationships.
Yeah.
He's likable, and he's not causing a lot of drama. And so sometimes, if they're smart, they're gonna get that out early because he has the patience and the perseverance to make it the distance. So unfortunately, I think he got snipped early because they knew how good he was. So shout out, Nate.
Claire, what have you thought about the season?
You know, you were saying that this is old school Survivor, but really this episode was giving Big Brother. Like, we had named alliances, we had like a chicken segment, we had people being forced nicknames for some reason that they weren't happy about. Like, this is classic Big Brother action happening. So, it's not a surprise that it was one of the best episodes of the season.
Yeah.
There's a book I think out there that would probably help.
Is there? I would love to hear more about it.
Rob, there's one other thing about Nate too that I noticed.
Yes?
Which is that he does have a pet peeve that is relevant.
What was it?
Yeah, he doesn't like people who avoid confrontation, and they avoided the confrontation of those idols and went for Nate instead.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame.
Yeah. Nasir, how are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, everybody. Well, season 49, first of all, for all the players.
Was this episode crazier than a goat on AstroTurf?
Oh, you mean I'm as confused as a goat on AstroTurf? Yes, but I can see that Survivor, even though drop the 4, keep the 1.
Yes.
Survivor New Era, that's me, by the way.
You kicked off the new era.
Yes.
You went to the first mergatory, and now it's
I'm
gone.
the old school for New Era. But, from season 41 all the way to season 49, I'm like, man, I could have done that. But guess what? We are old.
What do you mean?
So it has been evolved a lot, right? Like season 41, right middle of COVID, there are so many things happening. Sometimes we like to be in the island. We don't want to go to tribal council because if you get off, you may get COVID outside.
Yes. So that was the only place that was safe in 2021.
New meaning to
was like,
Survivor,
I'm
yeah.
here on Survivor, and now COVID can't get me.
So I tried as much as I can.
When you had immunity, it meant something.
But like Nate, he played a hell of a game. But at the same time, to be blindsided like I had, so
Yeah.
it hurts. But you know what? I'm with you in the same boat. So far, really great season though. This episode, especially Merge, one thing I want to let you know, or just I want to share this one. Joanne, he was cutting a coconut with an axe while you have so many machetes out there. Have you
That was
noticed?
bad form.
Anyway, so it feels to me like, yeah, this is new era, but back to old school.
Back to when they cut coconuts with axes, yeah.
Yeah. Taryn, what do you think about, Jawan has brought this up a few times about Survivor as being like a horror movie. He even asked Jeff that, like, hey, Uncle Jay, do you like horror movies?
Yeah, and who's the monster, Rob?
The game is the monster,
The game
famously.
is the monster, exactly.
Yes.
It's all horror, and I mean it's all everybody gets killed one by one until the end. That's how the game works.
Wow.
I mean, maybe you guys can attest this, but like I think when you get voted out, it can feel like death in the game, right? Like, and you have that fear of like of being exiled, of being voted out. So yeah, I think horror is apt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just love that he asked Jeff. Jeff, do you like horror movies? Like I thought that would have been like nobody's ever asking Jeff questions at Tribal Council.
I agree. We need
I like
more
that
of that.
he turned it around.
Instead of trying to give
49
him the
seasons
metaphors he wants, turn it on him. Like, hey, Jeff, like, what are you thinking about this season?
Yeah.
How would you describe this season? Do you think it's like two people driving in a car?
Yeah. Well, from your perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking? Yeah.
I really like it when someone like starts a metaphor and he's like, oh, I like that. Okay, yeah, there's a monster now. And then Rizzo all of a sudden is like, and I'm the cool boy in town. And it's like, whoa, you're off metaphor. You're off metaphor.
Yeah. They're like an improv troupe. There's a lot of yes-anding at Tribal
We're
Council.
at Club Condo. The monster arrives, and then we stab the rice.
Mhm.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Let me ask the question, is the alliance now of the old Hina plus Alex plus Jawan plus Sage, is it too big? Is it now seems like that is like, what is that, 7 people? Does that seem like that's going to break in half? And this could come back around where the rest of the people from Uli are able to figure something else out, where we're back to maybe 3 tribes? Is there like a faction in that bigger group?
Well, Joe, you were part of a very like successful alliance. So like.
Well, I mean, I think that go go Eva. I think that honestly, when you think about like too large of a group, what you got to remember at this moment for them, when you get to this merge stage, is that there's still so much game left to be played, right? So they're thinking about, it might be a large group to manage, but you can't show that too early. So a lot of this comes down to the fact that everyone's still figuring out who's what. They're playing it off well, but you need those larger numbers. And yeah, you might have your subgroup of 2 or 3 within that, but you want the group to feel like we're still moving in one direction, right? Because it's too early to just say it's going to be us 3 against the world. You still need the numbers. So I think that's why they're trying to make sure that it works for the team.
I think with so many like fractured lines in this season, you know, they came together for this vote, but there are so many people there, and it's not a cohesive group. They came together for like this thing, and I think the meta of the new era of Survivor isn't usually let's ride down to the end with an alliance, and so it would not surprise me if we start ping-ponging a little bit.
Okay. Anything else from this great panel?
Well, I was going to say that I actually thought Soph, gotta get right, Soph and Alex being on a disaster tribe, and no one ever wants to be on a disaster tribe, but coming out of that, I think Soph and Alex are actually playing it really, really well. I think they're using the old Hina, old Uli, and just like talking to each other, saying who they should go with, and I think we've seen it before in the Tika 3. We've seen Kenzie, Q, and Tiff, you know, ride the 3. Like, they're in a great position to just literally let them go at each other. They need Alex and Soph for votes, so I think they're in a great position to just keep going and going, but I'm interested to see when they're like, okay, they're kind of, you know, they're going more and more, like when do we actually take them out? So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much. We got to get to one more panel. Okay, good. Take care, Joe. Bye, Claire. See you later. Yes, Nasir. Okay, see you later, man. All right. And then I'm so happy to have my old school panel. Look at this. Look who's here. This is Jenna Lewis. Leslie. James, how are you? Andrew Savage is here. And here with us, it's Shannon Gus. Shannon, how are you? Okay. All right. Here, grab a microphone. Okay. So these are people that played in a 39-day season. How are you doing, Shannon? Shannon came all the way here from Australia.
So excited to be here. So excited about this panel. Look at the spectrum of Survivor history that we have on stage, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Very excited about the first non-unanimous vote of the season, which is great. I love when people look a little crestfallen after the vote. You know, they're left out of the vote, and even if some of those people might be within earshot, I hope that, you know, I like to see them a little bit upset. That's what the show's meant to be about.
Yes. Okay. All right. Is it safe to give Jenna Lewis a microphone?
No, never.
No. But we
you
will.
know this, Rob.
But we will.
There's a reason I'm not on your podcast team anymore.
Yes. But so happy you're here. What did you make of all this tonight?
This is a lot for me because I haven't been in the Survivor world for, 20
You haven't?
No.
You sure about that?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to any events in
Yes. What did you think of the episode?
I loved the episode. I agree with you. I think this is the best episode of the season so far. It was the first. I know last week we got to see a little bit of the stage buildup.
Yes.
But I think seeing all of the animosity between a lot more people, and then that when they merged tribes and they were just like waiting at the top for these guys to come up, that was my favorite moment of the episode.
Yeah. Savage.
Yes, Rob.
Did this bring back any memories for you of to have Nate be the person who gets targeted
Not
at the
at all. No memories. Anyways, 2 seasons. So Nate was my guy, 2 seasons, post-merge, first one out. I'm like, fuck, really? I thought he won. I thought he won the whole, and I always thought I'd win the whole damn thing, and guess what?
Yeah.
2-time Survivor loser.
Do you think that they saw him as sort of like, okay, he seems like that he is the leader of this group, and that's why he got targeted more so than anybody else?
Yeah, I think he had this quiet strength and confidence, and you don't want that post-merge. Look at the guy, and he's tall, and he's athletic. Like, he needs to go. He just needs to go. And he has this je ne sais quoi. He's got this chemistry, and I'm not talking about myself, to be super clear.
I was going to ask, I mean, obviously Nate was the more conservative choice because Rizzo was using that implicit immunity very well. I thought a little conservative, but now I'm sitting here with Savage. Like, best to keep it safe with the idol, do you think? Or what is...
I gotta say, so I love the episode, love the season. I think it was a miss this episode for not fleshing out idols. I just do. Like, how do you not, when you know there's 2 idols out there, how do you not flesh them out? I don't understand.
Well, it can go very badly, I hear. On fleshing.
Say again?
I think it can go quite badly with the idol because if
No,
someone
well,
says
I have no experience with that. But
Yeah.
can I tell everyone it's not so much secret about that Wentworth doesn't count thing? So everyone's like, Sav, how could you not know Wentworth and the other? Guess why Wentworth played her idol in that
Joe,
Corson episode? Because Joe told her going into the boat to go to tribal, hey, you're really cool, I like to hang out with you, and we're gonna vote for you, I just don't want you to be blindsided.
Yeah.
After Joe was our guy.
That's the worst
Because
thing he's done as well.
he is, sorry?
No, yeah.
Excuse me?
It was sad to see. Yeah.
Because Joe is such a great strategist and so incredibly bright. That was his play in the game. And so I'm at home after the season wraps. He calls me crying, Savage, I ruined your second chance. Dude, what are you talking about? And he said, I told Wentworth going on the boat to tribal that we were voting her out. I'm like, okay, so you're the idiot that I thought you were. And I should not have aligned with you. I should have aligned with Fishback.
Yeah.
All those days. My bad.
Leslie.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Well, what have you thought about this season?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I have not been watching Survivor, but I am watching this season. And is Sage the one that collects her blackheads?
She does. Yeah, in a jar.
She's growing on me, and I didn't think that was going to happen. So
she's been
right?
very fun. Big character.
No, I love it. I think I love their personalities. I've met a couple of them today, which was super fun to get to see them. I don't know. I think they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Really good job. Very entertaining.
James, what do you think?
Well, I think as somebody that has never been in a Merge episode myself, right?
Yes. Not yet.
But I will say my season did contain one of the greatest Merge episodes of all time with Chris Noble.
Yes, with Chris
The
Noble.
Chris Noble, right, going home. I think just as an observer, it's always interesting because the Merge episode is probably one of the more high-octane episodes, right? It's a whole new phase of the game, and you were kind of hidden in a group of 6 or 8 or insert number. Now everyone's together, the variables change, right? All the strategy you had in mind, it all changes on a heartbeat. And when you meet the new tribe, you don't know what their dynamic actually is like, right? So you have to find that out like on a dime and then just formulate a new strategy, right? How you're not gonna go home that night. So, I wish I got to experience that, but alas, I think the current season, playing really hard. I've told my cast in the group chat as well, but I think the new era's had a streak of casts that are really likable, good characters, they play hard, and it's been a joy to watch them and root for them. Yeah.
Jenna, are the survivors too precious with the chickens when they get them?
Oh, no, actually, that is what reminded me of our chosen old when Savannah was like, I'm going to name them General So's. And I was like,
How about
I named
breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I saw the chickens and I was like, I'm going to kill them all.
What do you think of those chicken names?
They were good. I thought it was better. I mean, I also tried to name our monitor lizards like Lucy, Desi, and Desi Jr. So it shows you how old I am. But yeah, when she killed the chicken, and I even hear people as we were watching it going, oh my gosh. I was like, no way. I ate rats, man. Chicken sounds like heaven.
Jenna, when you played 25 years ago, did you think that we would be here cheering about no mergatory? Or that's not, did you think keys would be such a huge part of the evolution of the game? Or, that's hard to foresee.
No, I did not know any of that. I mean, when we played, there was no advantages, there were no hidden immunity idols. So watching in the past seasons with the journeys and the hidden immunity idols, and it seems like there's new twists every single time, but we still get the same challenges. It's there's oh, we're gonna put this great big twist in there, and yet you're gonna run the same goddamn course with a puzzle at the end. Yeah.
All right. Panel, I'm getting the sign that we have to start to wrap this up. Is there anything else that want to make sure that you guys get to say?
I just want to say one thing about this. I don't know which two make it to 50, but just a shout out, I think Sage is in the audience. All-star. My family Loves you.
Maybe it'll be Sage.
Big personality.
Maybe.
Electrifying.
Who knows?
Well,
Sage's
just anyway,
cousin
if
is-
you're not on 50, I don't know if you are, you'll be on a future seat. You are a total rock star
Yes.
and all-star.
Very fun. Okay. All right. Thank you. I wish I had more time with you all, but here, hang out. That we're gonna start to wrap things up. After party, people, you know who you are. You know where we're going. Okay. Can't wait to see you all there. San Francisco, thank you so much. This was such an amazing crowd. This time flew by. Everybody, the vibes are immaculate, okay? So thank you all so much. And of course, great job, Sam and Derek and Brandon, everybody behind the scenes that helped put the show together. Sam, is there anything else I need to tell people? Also, Rob has a book.com also. This was so special for me to be able to share that with you here tonight. So thank you so much, and looking forward to so much more fun in the future. Thank you, San Francisco.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.